Hello there, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we want to look at a question on car rental. So we've got a question which is our question 1.1, which we want to look at. It reads a study extract based on the rental company included in the virtual tour and answer the question. So we are given uh, information that we have here, whereby we have got insurance options. And if you go down, you see that we also have summary of optional extras that we have here, and we have got also cost of optional extras. So lastly, we have got waiver options. So we go to beneath that, whereby we are having the first question, which is saying identify one optional extra, giving the total cost thereof, and that the render of the vehicle selected when doing the online booking above. So you would see that the optional extras that we have the one whereby we have got tire and windscreen cover, and then we have got three where we have got additional driver, and then we've got four where we have a navigation unit on GPS. So you see that two is written NA, which means it's not applicable, so you're not going to include that. So you can mention one of the three that we have, which is one, three, or four. So and then we have got the part of the question, which is saying total cost thereof. So the total cost is being now represented by this section, whereby the total cost of one, which is 10 windscreen, is 205 rands. And then the total cost for three additional driver is 361 rands. And then lastly, we have got the navigation unit here, which is four, which is 535 rands. So that is how we are going to describe it. So you're going to see that on the first option that we have, which is one, which is tire and windscreen, we are having a total of 205, which is 41 rand per day as indicated here. So this is exactly what we have in the other section where we're saying tire and windscreen cover. We have got 205 with 41 rand per day as indicated. Then additional driver, 361 rand, which is 361 rand per header. And the navigation unit of GPS, we've got 535 rands, which is 107 rand per day. So that is what we have on the first question. So you can choose one of the options according to the requirements of the question. As question, I said identify one. So on the second part, it says extend the amount per kilometer extra that the renter will have to pay if he or she exceeds 200 kilometers per day. So okay, if you look there, I would see that we are given a section whereby they are saying excess rates, whereby we have got per kilometer 2 rands. So this is where we have our response. So we are saying the 2 rands is the response. So we are saying 2 rand per kilometer is going to be our response. Then I will go to the next part of our question, which is 1.1.3. Name the preferred payment method when renting a vehicle. We know that the applicable payment method when we are having rentals of vehicles is the credit card because of its flexibility. So we are saying a credit card is the response on 1.1.3, which is here. We have our credit card. Then we move on to the last question. We say explain the difference between standard and super insurance waiver. So we are going to see that the standard insurance, waiver, the explanation is that it is described by a lower premium and pays a higher excess in form of in the event that there is an incident, it will now pay obviously it will be now a higher excess. So, but in terms of the premium, it is a lower premium. So, remember the explanation on a premium. Remember when we are describing a premium is the regular payments made to an insurance company, obviously by the insurance holder, in exchange for a coverage against a certain risk. That is the description of an insurance premium. So, insurance premium, we are saying the regular payments made to an insurance company by the insurance holder in exchange for a coverage against a certain risk. That is an insurance premium. So, I remember on the description of the standard insurance waiver, we are saying also it pays a higher excess in the form of an incident. So the insurance excess also becomes the amount you pay as a client when you are involved in a certain incident. For example, there is an accident that has taken place. So basically, that's what we have. So the brief description that we have in terms of standard insurance waiver, we have our description, other section whereby they are saying the renter pays a lower premium for the rental of the vehicle, but we have to pay the higher excess in the event of an incident. And the incident can be a theft, can be a collision. So that's what we have. Then, secondly, we have got a super insurance waiver, which becomes a bit just opposite to standard insurance waiver, whereby we're saying the renter pays a higher premium. So here it becomes a higher premium, but under standard insurance, it is a lower premium. So here we're saying the renter pays a higher premium for the rental of the vehicle, but we pay a lower or no excess in the event of an incident. For example, we've got theft or collision. So the excess will be lower or even no excess, whereby if you look at standard insurance, it is a higher excess. So we can see that it's one of the discrepancies that we can deduce between standard insurance waiver and super insurance waiver. So this becomes the last part of our question that we have. Thank you for listening, and hopefully the video was helpful. Let's meet again in the next video.